Hello everyone. Ooh, transition's wrong. I'll fix that now. But ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Heroes Lounge Division 1. Feels good, team. We're just getting our map bans and map choices in. In fact, I can already show you mostly how we are, but it looks like we're about to get the last choice, which means I can give you the full update. Today we're doing a Division 1 game between pepeMLADY and Lucky Play. Map choice has been made. Wonderful. Which means I could show you the full setup. Nice. Alrighty, let's jump into what we have here. So ladies and gentlemen, allow me to show you exactly what brought us to this point. There we go, that's the right transition. As you can see here, we are on Season 12, Round 8, Division 1. pepeMLADY, they banned out they banned out Tomb of the Spider Queen and Towers of Doom. And Lucky Play, they removed Sky Temple and Volskaya Foundry. pepeMLADY are getting first pick, first ban in the draft, and they have selected Lucky Play, have selected Infernal Shrines as their first map choice. This is a best of 3, excuse me, in Division 1, and I've already been invited to a lobby. There's no alerts for some reason on this screen. I'll fix that in a moment, or if there are, it didn't show up for some reason, but I could see that Ariman, thank you very much for the follow, and also I think I got Anton White a little bit earlier on as well. But hopefully the alerts will show up now. I've put them in the right place at least, so hopefully they'll show up. We'll find out later as we come back to me. So, we're going to be getting ready to jump into our first game of our best of 3 series. Already we're looking good. We've had some really fun games today. While we wait for the players to jump into the lobby, I want to remind everyone that today's stream is sponsored, as you can see in the title. Today's stream is sponsored by SNUC Gaming. They are a company that definitely heard the alert. Yeah, but can we see it? We don't know. We'll find out if someone else does an alert. But, excuse me. Today's stream is sponsored by SNUC Gaming. They're a company that's been making computers for a very long time right now, but they've only just started getting into making gaming laptops. Doesn't that sound fun? Doesn't that sound relevant to you all? Bill, allow me to blow your frickin' minds, because to celebrate them making laptops for starters, they're sponsoring this channel, meaning that I am getting for this stream a little bit of income, which is really nice. They're supporting Heroes of the Storm streamers. Isn't that wonderful? We should show support back. And you can do that by letting them give you something, because they are running a giveaway, exclamation mark giveaway in chat. They are giving away a fully loaded SNUC Nemesis gaming laptop. Now this thing is absolutely crazy. It is a portable beast with a 6-core i7 CPU and a GTX 1660 Ti graphics card. That is going to be able to run basically anything you throw at it in a laptop form. Heroes, no trouble. That will run easily on this. Overwatch, why not? Of course it will run on that. That is a beast in the amount of power. And they are giving one away to someone from Europe or the UK. I know that's what it is described as. I'm sorry, Americans or people from elsewhere, but that is where it is being given away to this time. But you can enter into that giveaway by hitting exclamation mark giveaway in the chat, and you'll find all the details for the giveaway there and how to enter. And if you want to show them thanks, then show them that you came from me. Maybe jump onto their Twitter, SNUC Gaming, and use the hashtag #WhyINeedNemesis to tell them why you want this laptop, and maybe throw in my name. Show them that supporting hero streamers is a profitable endeavor for them, and that we appreciate it. We appreciate the love that they are throwing our way, and it would be very appreciated if you guys were able to support them. Okay, I'm going to turn down my air conditioning because I've just realized how ridiculously cold it is in here, so I'm going to quickly do that. There we go. Hopefully I won't freeze to death now. But yeah, they're giving away basically a £2,700 laptop. That's so much! That is huge. That's more than what I paid for my laptop, and is way, way better. It's really good. They're just giving that away. They're just giving it away to one of you guys. That's how cool that is. So hopefully someone from this stream can get it. That would be amazing. Alrighty. We're just waiting for the rest of our players to get in, of course. It's Heroes Lounge, so the players aren't in before the time. Because why would they be? Why would they show up at the time they were actually supposed to play? Both teams are guilty of this. Both teams are getting called out for it. Both teams are bad in this case. pepeMLADY, you are late. You should be here at the time the game does. This is something Heroes Lounge does not do well at all, and I will say that until my dying breath. They do not punish teams for being late. They don't do it well enough at all. I know certain events happen, but if a match starts at a certain time, both teams should be in the lobby drafted by that time. That's what I think it should be. But apparently that's a bit too difficult. Showing up on an hour is a bit too difficult for some teams. But yes, lucky play, pepeMLADY, both guilty, both late. Alrighty, we're waiting for 3 players. That's how bad this is today. We were waiting for 5 players literally 20 seconds ago as we're approaching the 10-minute late mark. But we'll be able to jump into this again. This is a Division 1 game, and we'll be able to get underway. Best of 3. I'll show you the maps again while we're filling for time, waiting for the players. As you can see here, we banned out neither of the 2-lane maps. So we still have Braxis and we still have Battlefield of Eternity available for us. Cursed and Dragonshire still available as well. I expect Battlefield will be the second map if we do have to go there, and then we'll probably see Dragonshire or Cursed as our third. Maybe Alterac, but I doubt it. Lots of potential here, but we did remove that Towers of Doom. No long games wanted by pepeMLADY. They don't want the opportunity for comebacks. They are, in fact, ahead in the table. I believe pepeMLADY are in the top 5. I agree, Tetcher. I agree. Am I in the right lobby? Yes, because the players are in it. I am definitely in the right lobby. Alright, we're waiting for one more player now. So we're just getting ready to be sorted. Well, you can see the bans on the side of Lucky Play. They have banned larger maps where they have a better chance of being snowballed, especially Sky Temple. It's larger with a little bit of a potential for very heavy snowball. And Volskaya also has a good chance of snowball if you can take out that fountain early on. Plenty of opportunities to get really solid play going to get a quick advantage and turn that into a fight. And they start off with Infernal Shrines. Infernal Shrines, a much more teamfight focused map with a lot of macro as on the side, so Lucky Play. They're trying to play to a more aggressive style here, looking to maybe pick off pepeMLADY early, try and get some good fights going, and of course, a little bit of wave clear focused on this map is not going to go amiss because it will get some really solid value. We are waiting for one more player, ladies and gentlemen. And then we can start. Only 10 minutes late. And we are waiting for one more player. See, this is kind of one of the reasons I stopped casting Heroes Lounge every few months. Because honestly, this is frustrating. This is frustrating when I take my time to come here and cast, and they're late. The teams are always late. I haven't had an on-time Heroes Lounge match in a very long time. It's really irritating, and it feels insulting. Waste your time, waste my time. But either way, eventually, the teams will consider it within their time, because their time is apparently more important than ours to show up and actually play the game. Eventually that will happen. And again, Heroes Lounge, if you are listening, please change the rules on being late. 10 minutes should be the other to 1-0 for the other team. I agree. I agree. I 100% agree. I personally think 5 minutes should be a 1-0. Div 4 and Div 3 are always on time. I have noticed the lower ranked teams seem to actually be on time more often. That is an interesting thing. I've been casting NGS in America while I was over there. They are almost always on time. 90% of the time they're on time. You want to know why? Because they have a rule saying if you're not on time, you get punished. It's not a hard concept. Okay, we got him. We have the players. I believe we're good. We have 10 players. Okay, they brought in a sub. Okay, acceptable. We have a sub. I think that means we can play the game, and I believe they're the right way round. They're the right way round. Okay, that's nice. Nice not having to fight that. That's very helpful. I would I would allow a call in if someone has a legit excuse. Yes, of course, if you have a legit excuse. But the fact is, legit excuses aren't going to happen every week, and this is every single time I've seen this happen. You're allowed one delay per season. How about that? So far, so good. Okay, we have our players. I'm waiting for the go button. Someone said go, go, go. You're in Div C for NGS, we'll confirm they are strict on them rules. I know, right? It's not a hard concept, yet Heroes Lounge are in Season 12 and seem to struggle with that concept. I don't want to be rude to Heroes Lounge because I like them, but this is something that really gets my goat. Alrighty. Are we good? Are we go? I'm just gonna... I'll hit the R button. Who's the host? Wilkew's the host. I don't know if Wilkew knows he's the... Okay, he's waiting for Mr. Lucky to ready up. Alrighty. Then we can go. Please say then we can go. Only 13 minutes late. We might be able to start this series. Yes! We got an R. Okay, let's do it. Ladies and gentlemen, it looks like... You don't know, it is an amateur league, not a pro seed. Yes, but you're still being impolite to your opponents by being late. It's still rude. It's still being a dick. Let's head in, ladies and gentlemen. We have our game. Finally, we are heading into the draft. On the left-hand side, with first pick and first ban, it is going to be pepeMLADY. And Lucky Play will be on the right-hand side. They are the ones who chose to bring us to Infernal Shrines. And we are heading in. So, pepeMLADY with the first ban. It's going to start off with the Greymane. Okay, not focusing onto those tanks. Greymane, of course, has been one of the highest priority assassins, along with Cassia lately. He is one of the best capitalizations on Bloodlust compositions, and is also one of the best counters with Deathwing. So perhaps a Deathwing composition coming in from pepeMLADY, telegraphing that a little. We will have to see. There goes Tassadar. One of the best heroes right now, Jozo. Thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Yrel gets taken away here. There goes Rhaegar, being taken away here, removing that Bloodlust composition, even with the telegraph of removing the Greymane. They don't want to take that risk of still a sneaky Bloodlust with Cassia coming in, so they remove it. But now we do have Cassia being let through, as well as ETC and Johanna, but they're going to start off with that Cassia. Now, Lucky Play, they should probably pick up the Johanna due to the capitalization and synergy with that Cassia. And most likely will, unless, of course, we are at a very high level of play here, but still, in a lot of cases, preferences can come out on top. We might also see an Ana coming in here, but that can be shut down pretty easily with very heavy crowd control compositions. So what will we see here from Lucky Play? They start with ETC, not Johanna, and the Falstad comes in for them. So they're giving themselves that global potential, a hard disengage for that Cassia. Very cool to see here. Trying to out-macro their opponents here. So pepeMLADY will almost certainly pick up the Johanna here, if I had to guess. If not, the Garrosh, but nope, it is the Johanna with the focus here. And final pickup here, this will probably be support because they have the priority here. They're going to go with Ariel. Now, Ariel Cassia is a composition that actually works relatively well here, so seeing that come in is nice. The Resurrect is not terrible. So that extra little bit of res value is going to be okay. It did get nerfed, obviously. We do know this. But the healing output with a Cassia damage dealer is still acceptable, and they can just pick a second ranged, maybe a mage with AoE. That should give them value. Third ban for Lucky Play, probably an offlaner here. No, they're just going to ban another mage. Gul'dan, one of the best hope generators in the game, going to be taken out here. Would have been solid for the laning phase, and there goes the Ana. They have the Ariel, they had the priority on supports, and we see Sonya, off-lane priority, taken immediately by Lucky Play. Very aggressive composition coming out from them with Sonya ETC, some of the highest auto-attack per turn damage in the game, and Falstad, global potential with still reasonable damage, and they're going to bring in the Anduin, keeping their lane safe that way. There is the Deathwing. We called it with the Greymane banned out first. This is capitalized very quickly by pepeMLADY, and with Sonya picked up instead of Leoric, that's where a mistake may have been made. Both of them can solo the objective, but Sonya is a more aggressive pick who lacks the early percentage damage that Leoric has to pick it up later game with that Titan, with that Giant Slayer. Now pepeMLADY, final pickup here, second range damage most likely going to be coming in, and it's the Orphea. Orphea, another hero who's a reasonable hope generator, not the best in the game, but has enough value that she can get good pressure going. So I do like it. Nice to see. Now, final pickup here. Second ranged hero, you're against an Orphea and a Cassia. You need to pick someone mobile, someone potentially with just percentage damage to deal with Deathwing. Wouldn't hate to maybe see a Vala here, but she is squishy. We're going to see the Reyna. Now, Reyna's percentage damage output isn't amazing, but he does give a lot of pressure. They're very low on mage or burst output here. It looks like they're just going to try and whittle the enemy down here. This is risky with two very auto-attack focused assassins into a Johanna and potentially the Blinding Light Ariel. And of course the Cassia. There's potentially 3 blinds from this composition of pepeMLADY into a Reyna, Falstad, Sonya, etc. I am a little concerned for Lucky Play. They have a lot of wombo potential, but with Deathwing on the board, most of the setup for that can just be shut down, and he can just step up and keep the pressure on. So, ladies and gentlemen, those are our drafts. I'm going to see if I can remember how to set up a poll. Because if I can, then I will try and do that. I don't remember how. So we won't set up a poll this time. When I remember how to when I can work out how to set up a poll on my OBS, because I don't actually have my browser window open anymore, then we'll see if we can do that. Is it in the docs? It is not. Okay. Yeah, I don't know how to do that. So no poll this time. Unless it is in here and I missed it. It does not appear to be preferences, modes, tasks. I don't know. Either way, no poll this time. But, ladies and gentlemen, we do appear to have our game. So let's head into game number 1 of this best of 3 series here in Heroes Lounge Division 1. And ladies and gentlemen, on the left-hand side, it is going to be pepeMLADY. And playing for them, it is going to be Ritsu playing on that Deathwing, Gore Rider on the Cassia, Cesabus on the Orphea, Dyla on Ariel, and the Wilku is going to be playing Johanna. And on the left-hand time, we're going to be seeing Lucky Play. On their side, we have Phoenix playing the Falstad, Abols on the Anduin. Lucky is going to be on the ETC, Sid DT is going to be on the Reyna, and Unforgiven is going to be playing that Sonya. Once again, Lucky Play are going to be running with a substitute because they were late. So they are running a substitute so that we could actually start on time. Let's have a look at some of these level 1s here. We're starting off with the Tough as Nails for the Sonya here. Trying to get that little bit of extra pressure and value that way so she can bully in lane. We are seeing the Wingman coming in for the Falstad, so he is going for the split push star, really trying to get the value, and we have the Searing Light for Dyla. He really wants to put pressure onto these enemies. Cassia is going to be very close range. She's almost melee sometimes, especially with that Surge of Light, so she's going to get some good value there. She's going to try and keep the pressure on. And with the healing from Ariel, she might be able to do so while also dealing some good damage. She's starting with Thunderstroke here, interestingly enough. Not going for the Charge Strikes, which really has raised in priority here as the #1 talent for Cassia these days. So sticking with those Thunderstrokes early on, and we're seeing the Astro Ancestral Strength coming in from Orphea. No surprise there. It's a very good talent. Really gets the value. So not too surprising to see that picked up. Alrighty then. Lanes being cleared out, value already being taken by pepeMLADY, but it's mirrored on the other side by Lucky Play, really trying to gain their early advantage here as best as they can. Sonya has currently been left unattended here in the top lane because Deathwing is in the sky. This does mean he could rotate at any moment, but for now, he's being patient, waiting it out. As the next mercenary camp being started by pepeMLADY, much braver, Deathwing relands in top lane to soak the XP. Reyna scouting. might want to try and make an aggressive play onto pepeMLADY here, and they will try and step up. Lucky gets stunned out by the Tamer Strike. It is a 3v3, but with Faster flying down here, they gain the number advantage for just a couple seconds. Good blind from the Wilq. That might enable them to delay this. You can see Sit is trying to hold it, but with Sesapos arriving in, that blind from the Wilq sets them up perfectly, and they're able to tank through in a 3 versus 4 long enough for Orphea to arrive. And they're able to weaken everyone down to the point where that was too scary, and they forced the retreat, and they even picked up a kill on the retreat. Ridzu comes in to try and invade this camp, unable to do so. He's not there in time, and this camp is in fact still taken by Unforgiven. Really able to take a good advantage there. In the meantime, Sid is cleaning out this bot lane best he can, as level 4 is hit for both teams. We're seeing the hammer gains, very standard stuff across the board, the hurricane, loudspeakers. We are seeing the Sin's exposed for Johanna, no speed or cooldown reduction coming in here, doesn't care about the multiple condemns, and the Plate of the Whale. Again, much more standard talent, unless you're planning on staying a lot more if you're planning on staying at range. On the odd occasion, you will see Ring of Leech, but majority of the time, you're going to be trying to get close due to that Surge of Light at level 7, and as such, Plate to the Whale allows you to get in close without putting yourself as much at risk. Wilq gets knocked back, rooted, focused, big burst with the blind from Cassia, though. We do see the Wilq go down. Damage is done to Phoenix. Tower aggro swaps to Lucky. Phoenix will survive here and will be able to pull back. Nicely done. In the meantime, Ritsu cleaning out top lane, already gaining value up here for his team. But with Johanna back in 1 second, Reyna was forced to port back to base here, so he's not going to be here, and he will actually match Johanna. Falstad flying as far up to the top lane as he can, really trying to race up there. There's that Surge of Light we were talking about, expected talent coming in here. And we have the Insatiable. Really going to be good for Orphea for reset-style plays as they move forward. Level 7 just around the corner for Lucky play here as they are forced off the point. They need minions, but their lane's pushed up. They have to wait. Right now, the advantage 23-2 being taken here by pepeMLADY. They have full control over this, and they will force back. Lucky play here. Phoenix being forced to roll out as finally level 7 is hit. The objective is as good as gone. We have Hammer on for ETC, more standard these days. We're seeing the extra life funnel, the more whirlwind talents coming in, the blessed recovery. And we're really feeling he might be hard engaged on here. Falstad, this should be a boomerang, no surprise there. And Reyna should be the extra radius on his auto attacks when they critical strike. There it is. No surprises there. Level 7 is looking pretty normal across the board in this case. So we see the engage moving forward, trying to pick him off. Lucky forced to back up, rooted by the Punisher, but tanking through. Wilq very aggressively forward here, making the most of the fact that the fort was disabled, but will reset the aggro here. Stays alive. Detainment Strike onto the ETC, rooted by the Punisher, stunned by the Punisher. Punisher with the setup here. Can they turn it into a kill? Looking for it with the Iron Skin. They cannot do it. Dyla will take a lot of that tower aggro, and this fort will almost certainly fall. Minion Wave here will assist that to its final resting place. And this will be the first fort of the game, going over to pepeMLADY with the multiple man stun. Wilq looks for Lucky to try to get it. Root from Abols is able to keep Sesamos away, but it does not save Raider, who is picked off here. Phoenix also low and out of mana. That's going to be the end of that fight. Meanwhile, mid lane. Lane being cleared by Kuritsu. Sesamos already down here as well. They're just massively farming XP here. And they're doing a good job. Unforgiven. It's already started on the Mercenary camp, but guess what? He's going to be forced to leave because of Unforgiven. It's going to be zoned away by the Wilq, Dyla, and Gore Rider as they go for the full invade. The rest of the team's on the way, but they're too late. Camp's gone. Stolen. They're just going to be able to retreat. No trouble at all. Easy farm. Lots of pressure being applied by pepeMLADY. They just go for another camp here, and they're just continuing to extend their lead at this point. Picking up objectives where they can. Mercenaries across the board. They have a very strong lead at this point as they hit level 10. Half a level ahead of their opponent's Lucky play. And we're seeing pretty standard stuff, although we are seeing this one can be differentiated sometimes. Burn Beneath My Shadow as the Deathwing Heroic. Cassia's yet to pick, but this should be a Valkyrie play. There it is, coming in finally at the end there. So I suppose D mounts Lucky. putting on the pressure there. We also have the Crystal Aegis preventing against burst play instead of going for that extra resurrection here, as level 10 is now available on the other side. They're going to try and make a play. Valkyrie sidestep beautifully by Phoenix. They hold it together. Mosh Pit and Leap and Light Bomb are available. This is where they can try and make the play. The Taper Strike comes in with a fantastic route coming in, and the stun from Orphea might have given her team the chance to escape because she perished here. Light Bomb, that's going to be Ariel down, and we are seeing the stun wombo coming in from Lucky Play, and the lack of cleanse is immediately visible on the side of pepeMLADY. Falstead flies up. They've got the kills, but they're still not just going to give up on the points on the map. They're trying to gain value everywhere, and this is really smart by Lucky Play as they try to bring themselves back into this series. Nicely done so far. Full control. Sid holds against the Will-Q, looks to put on the pressure. Will-Q getting zoned away. There's the stun. Body blocks. No, Reyna knocks him through Lucky there, and as such, Will-Q's able to back away. And they will stay alive this time. Falsted's continuing to soak up best he can, as Uritsu will take back to the sky. Stays alive this time. Falsted's continuing to soak. Level 13s. Just under a full level away from both teams, and with those kills, Lucky Play have evened up the XP to count, and more importantly, they have all their heroics back, meaning that they can go for this big CC combo again. Didn't even use Mosh Pit last time. All they used was Leap and Light Bomb to set up for those kills. That's all it takes. That hard crowd control. Going to be very hard to deal with. Objective. Held, but not channeled yet. Finally going to see it active. Ritsu moves in very aggressively here, trying to put on the pressure. Bull Rider forced to back up. Here comes the Cataclysm into the backline. Big damage coming in for Ritsu, who's able to tank through this beautifully. You can see that he has gone for a self-sustained build in melee and ranged mode as he moves forward as Falstad is picked off. Here comes the pull-in by the Eternal Hunger. No, there's a Light Bomb leap. Big blow up onto Orphea. That will shut down this counter push. As we see Lucky Play holding together. Whirlwind coming in 6-11 on the objective. Lucky takes a lot of hits here. Big Condemn comes in from Johanna. Buys time. Mosh Pit is up. Not even on a 10-second cooldown here. They're just waiting for it to be usable here. Both teams trying to put the pressure on. With level 13 available. We have that War Traveler for Cassia. She's now really hard to catch and is going to be able to count this kite, this ETC beautifully. Phoenix returns to his team, 22-21. Even on the objective, but positioning for Lucky Play. Here comes Deathwing. One more time, dropping onto the point. They're going to try and take this here. Lucky Play. They hold it. Lucky goes to the backline. There's the Mosh Pit. He will get it. The Saber Strike has already been used. Iron Skin from Johanna will keep it going, though, as they will get the Condemn onto Lucky, but Rain is the first to fall. Lucky being dropped very low, and this time we're seeing pepeMLADY with the pressure, looking for Lucky here. Sesamo's in the perfect position, picks up the kill, and he's going to be able to kill off Phoenix here. Phoenix is not careful, and Phoenix was not careful. Dodges it, but will be sniped at the end, and that is a triple kill coming in for pepeMLADY, but they do lose the objective. And as such, they were going to try and defend this outer base. They know they're not going to be sieged. They don't have to pull it over the wall for safety. They can instead just focus on killing it and drop maximum damage output. They'll lose wall, but this is fine. You really want to defend it in front of your wall earlier on, because the only reason you pull it over is for safety and to get that keep value on it. But in this case, they held it very effectively. Nicely done. So far, we've seen these Crushing Jaws getting quite a lot of value coming in from this Orphea in the game so far. So good to see. Keeping the pressure on. Objective. Siege camp taken. Will-Q dropping low, but he has Iron Skin available. He's holding it though. Crushing Jaws and ETC is deleted. We're in fact going to see the Cataclysm. They want more, but no one's in position. They're still going to go for it. Sid stayed way too long there. Tried to kite, dodges the Valkyrie, but now has nowhere to go. Nice knockback, but he's completely surrounded. He's really trying to go for it, but you can see the huge damage coming out from that Surge of Life. Phoenix, baited by the Iron Skin, is going to be absolutely bodied by Cassia. Abols trying to heal him up to get the save there. Light Bomb does nothing, and Abols might have bitten off more than he could chew. Try to save him. Sometimes you just got to let him die. Sonya, Unforgiven, did come in from the side and was able to finish off the Will-Q, but is zoned away. That's still going to be a 3-for-1 in favor there. Actually 4-for-1, because ETC was the one who kicked off all those deaths. That is going to be 4-for-1 in favor of pepeMLADY, as they are going to just clean out this top lane. Lucky Play, really trying to remove some of the pressure there. And in bot lane, Lucky is trying to hold Gritzel. But now he's fighting him in melee. You can see that massive amount of healing, this armor plate. Completely fine for the moment. You can really see the pressure that Deathwing offers with that level 1 talent. Making him so hard to take down. He's just going to back away and walk out. Like he wasn't even pressured. Level 16 now available for pepeMLADY here. And we can see with a fanaticism to combine with that hold your ground for Johanna. Reservoir of Hope really trying to go for that maximum damage output and big burst healings here for the Ariel. We have Dead Magic. That's going to be a big deal. That AoE auto attacks and static electricity. This is where, once again, we're seeing Cassia differentiate from the usual level 16s here. Static electricity, those 2 charges of Lightning Fury, and Fend Impact, launching his Lightning Fury towards each nearby enemy hero. So this is going to be a massive damage output if she can land the shots here. It's a very different build, much more ranged, much more poke focused, with a huge potential for burst, as we see Unforgiven dropping in Light Bomb on 2 members of the backline, but no one's following up. Raider try, but the Crushing Jaws is going to zone him away, and suddenly Unforgiven is completely alone, trying to tank through this of all 5 members. Valkyrie, but he's already down. Gust is going to shut down not Deathwing as Retsu dives forward. He's looking for a boost, really trying to pick up that support here, really trying to get the value. The rest of the team is beginning to make their way in as the Gust has expired. Here comes the Aegis, keeping Ariel alive, and that sets up the base onto Phoenix, who is taken out. A Bowl slowed by Setsabols, who's able to get a good dread there, but no kill. Gonna tank the towers. Not enough there. They were able to finish off Raider. Gore Rider chased him down, got him with the poke. And will they go for one more? They were hovering around the area. They decided not to dive. We can see those level 16s. Very late afterburner picked up by Falstad. Might have got him out of there and kept him alive, but he actually picked that super late after he died. When level 16 was up when he was alive. We're seeing Nerves of Steel coming in for that Sonya. We have the Inner Focus. We already talked about the Afterburner, and Bounty Hunter. Finally, a percentage damage talent for the Reyna. And this might be the only thing that will keep them in this game. We have the Giant Killer as well, so 2 sets of percentage damage. 3% on Bounty Hunter, and 1.5% on Giant Killer. These are their chances to kill that Deathwing, who has been a massive problem for this composition. Let's have a look at the damage so far. We can see that Deathwing is top of his hero damage, with Cassia following behind with some really good poke. Raizu is about to be absolutely bodied. You can see that Giant Killer forces him back. He takes a huge amount of damage, and he might be in trouble of dying here, actually. Reyna, who's already top of the damage chart, is about to farm that up. They do some good damage, but already the objective has been taken. More importantly, Raizu lives. Couple seconds, he's going to be able to fly up into the sky, and that will just restore all that damage. When you engage on Deathwing, you better be ready to get the kill. Here comes Unforgiven. Blessed Shield comes out. Valkyrie, Leap of Faith keeps Phoenix alive, and Leap has to be used for disengage. ETC, the only one defending this top lane, and he is about to be outnumbered as Ritsu arrives up there. And you can see the team immediately rotating. They're just going to skip this fall. Looks like they were trying to pressure him, but now they're looking for kills. They want Unforgiven, trying to chase him down. Sid forced to use the penetrating round. Gust, they try to focus down Ritsu as they gust everyone else away. Really trying to focus that Deathwing as Unforgiven moves very deep. Condemn, he is in trouble. He will back away, and he will stay alive in this case. The keep goes down. Punisher, very low on health. It will perish before it gets too much further. We'll do a little bit of damage to the keep. Condemn comes in. Good focus. Wilkie really trying to get him. It takes a lot of fort damage with that minus 20 armor. Ritzau still on full armor plates here. Really tagging it as Raider gets bodied here with the punishment. We see that a good light bomb, but Aegis keeps Sesabos alive, who goes so deep but dies to the keep here. He was aggroed on the keep, and that's going to suck as level 20 is now hit though for pepeMLADY, and they pick up their second kill. If they can get a third here, then they might be able to turn this. Good! Valkyrie, nicely done, and that might be it. It was even for a while, but the second those 2 kills came in, this is where the core might go down. GG is in fact even called by Lucky Play, and it looks like pepeMLADY will move on to the core with just the balls to try and hold it back. It looks like pepeMLADY will take game number 1 in this best of 3 series. Put themselves 1-0 up. Taking a little bit. Ritsu was tanking that quite effectively. It took a little bit of damage. There's the Storm Shield, blinded by the light coming in from Dyla, and they're going to be able to focus this down. Nicely done. Game number 1 goes over to pepeMLADY. Very solid first game in this series. Let's have a look at the talents when they pop up. I'm impressed. That was a really solid game. We already know pepeMLADY are a very good team, but that was a solid game number 1 in this series. Very rarely did it look like they had trouble. We saw one solid set of wombos coming in from Lucky Play, but it didn't work out in their favor. They were unable to turn that into a victory. And that's what we ended up seeing there. 7 kills to 17 at the end, a 10-kill deficit. With Cassia never dying. Able to drop huge amounts of damage, 59,000. A solid 18,000 more. Almost an Anduin more than the highest damage on the side of Lucky Play, the Reyna. Very nicely done. And Deathwing, of course, even more damage than that. 66,000. A huge bonus. Almost Sonya and Reyna combined worth of damage. Very nicely done. Let's have a look at the talents so you can see exactly what they were playing here. We already talked about Deathwing. He went for the Dragon Soul, and this is where he was able to get so much sustain. He was in that backline, really farming out that sustain and keeping it in his team's favor, really able to take good fights. And then we have that World Breaker, that Lava Burst, damn it. Sorry, the Heat Wave here. The extra Incinerate value. It was nice to see. Very well played. I have already been invited to a lobby. Team's not messing around. Now they're actually in the game. They refuse to mess around. So nicely done. I'm just seeing who first pick is. Looks like Team 2. So it looks like this was the map pick of pepeMLADY, if I had to guess. And it looks like my predictions were pretty spot on, everybody, because allow me to show you where it looks like we're heading. As you can see, pepeMLADY were able to win game number 1, and now, due to first pick being selected by Lucky Play, it looks like we are heading to Battlefield of Eternity. And if we need a third map, I'm going to predict it will be Dragonshire or Cursed. I'm going to guess Cursed. But that's where we got to at this point. First map, the Infernal Shrines, Battlefield 2nd, and you can see our bans. As we are going to be heading into the draft, ladies and gentlemen, as we head to Battlefield of Eternity. Let's see who's able to come out on top as we start this up. There we go. Game started. Lucky Play. First pick, first ban. Gonna start out with a Tassadar. Still sensible. No arguments about that. It's still a really solid ban choice. Makes sense to just remove it here. There goes the Urel. And now, what do we see from Lucky Play? Last time, I believe they banned out the Rhaegar. I still think that's a pretty sensible ban, honestly. It's still good. Makes sense just to get it out of here if you're a bit nervous about it. They banned the ETC this time. Now, they ran the ETC last game, but they were unable to get really solid Mosh value. Trying to force the Rhaegar ban. So now pepeMLADY banned the Grey main again. So this should be a no-brainer Rhaegar pick. But no, it's Cassia, even more highly prioritized. It's amazing seeing in Method Mayhem how they were unable to get the really good blood. We saw Cassia sort of being banned and picked a little bit, but now people have had another week to get used to her. She is just pick and ban worthy every game. Imperius and Ana coming in from pepeMLADY. They don't even want the Rhaegar as they pick those up. This should still be a Rhaegar game from Lucky Play. Cleanse is good against Imperius. The burst healing's alright. Bloodlust should still be value. And there it is. There's that Rhaegar. And support, tank-wise, this should be okay. They're going to pick a Mal'Ganis. A little bit of extra regen. A little bit of extra engage. I like it. Mal'Ganis coming in. Johanna would have been the more obvious choice, but even Johanna into Imperius, the Iron Skin is solid, but the percentage damage from Imperius is very hard to deal with, so the extra escape potential Mal'Ganis has might be what they're going for here. Johanna is just very hard to counter in general, though, so I'm always a little nervous when people don't go for it, but the Mal'Ganis might work in their favor. Down goes the Deathwing. Sensible ban. He's one of those game-changer heroes. That does also mean the pepeMLADY don't have any intention of going for it. Lucky Play. Final ban. Valor on the board. It should probably be a Li Ming ban. And there it is. Immortal Race potential. Very hard to deal with. But there's still some very good heroes who are able to do really good value with that. We have Thrall. We have Chromie even is decent on this map. And there is that Chromie. And we see Falstad coming in for pepeMLADY once again. We've seen exactly how good that can be from the last dance, where they will just split push with that Falstad. So very cool to see that. Chris, very tough to deal with. So Falstad with that split push potential could get a huge amount of value on the map and then just arrive at the objective exactly when he's needed. It's a small map, which means Falstad is always in range. We're going to see Blaze and Maiev, another full wombo combo potential team from Lucky Play. They are really going hard on hard engaged play, but with Gust on the board, that makes that a little bit more difficult. A second tank with some healing potential could be good here. Yrel would have been nice, but that has been removed. So what do we see? Leoric could still fit in here quite well for some more percentage damage. Sonya could still be good for race potential here. There's quite a few options for this offlane. Chen, just for some backline harassment. I doubt Chen would be good, though. We're going to see the Leoric. That makes a lot of sense. Entomb is a sort of pseudo counter to Bloodlust compositions, just sort of trap them away from you. And that percentage damage versus Mal'Ganis Blaze is going to be a good time. He can go the Cleave talent at level 1, which means he can get that Spectral Sweep healing value off of multiple members, because they're all going to be close to melee, so he's going to get a lot of sustain out of that. Alrighty. Solid drafts from both teams. Let's see if Lucky Play can bring this back in game number 2, or if they will be shut down. And we'll see pepeMLADY take a 2-0. We'll find out shortly, as we're just awaiting the game to load in, and we'll get this underway right away. For now, everybody, I hope you're all enjoying very much. I am certainly enjoying. While the game loads in, I want to once again remind you that today's games are sponsored by SNUC Gaming, or today's casting in this case. Today's casting is sponsored by SNUC Gaming. They are giving away a beast of a laptop, their first gaming laptop, the Nemesis. It is fully loaded with a 6-core i7 and a GTX 1660 Ti graphics card. This is a beast of a laptop, and they are giving it away to one of you at home. Hashtag why I need Nemesis on Twitter, and check out !giveaway in the chat so that you can find more details about that giveaway and enter yourself. UK and EU residents only, I am afraid. But for now, let's head into the game, ladies and gentlemen, because on the left-hand side, currently 1-0 up, it is going to be pepeMLADY. And playing for them, Gore Rider on Chromie, the Wilq playing the Imperius, Sesabos on Falstad, Dyla is on the Ana, and chilling in the top lane, Big Spooky, it's Ritzau playing on that Leoric. And on the right-hand side, there's going to be Lucky Play with Unforgiven playing on the Blaze. We're going to be having Phoenix on the Cassia. We have Vicarious. Finally, going to be actually in the game, I believe. I think they have their main player now on that Maiev. We have a Bolz on the Rhaegar, and Lucky is going to be playing the Mal'Ganis. Remember, they were using a substitute last time, and I believe Vicarious is actually their main player here, so they're going to move forward, looking for it with the pull onto Dyla there from the tether of Vicarious. Not enough for a kill. Double stun coming in from the Wilq, looking for the hard push. Unable to find it. Gets zoned away, but nice Celestial Charge for the setup here. And has in fact gone for that Impaling Light level 1 here. Big charge onto Phoenix. Nicely done. Pull into tower range, but doesn't even get hit by a single shot here. Multi-man sleep, but Sesabos is just going to try and turn this. They're going to look for Lucky here, and they will pick up the kill. You can see Lucky has gone for that Vampiric Aura, really trying to capitalize off that Bloodlust composition here. 5 stacks already for Thunderstroke here. Not bad. New habits for Blaze, and Electric Charge for Rhaegar. Very interesting to see. And we're seeing Seasoned Marksman. We've seen Sesabos, we've seen Chris running this repeatedly, and it's been incredibly effective, able to split push and gain value across the map. Very sensible pickup here. We're seeing the Andoral Anomaly, which is able to already let them set up that time trap to deny. Wilq looking for Vicarious here to tether land onto Sesabos, who's going to dive forward, and they pick up yet another kill. Sleep only lands on the Wilq, and Sesabos is able to zone away Lucky. That was a full rotation coming in there. They're going to send Falstad up. This is interesting. Falstad's not solo laning here, but he's here to make sure that Leoric doesn't miss any XP and to make sure they can grab that mercenary camp too, so that they get double the value. That's actually really clever. We are in fact seeing the Consumed Vitality and the Slumber Shells. No surprise here coming in from the Ana. As level 4 is finally hit, Sovereign Armor, this seems to be the go-to talent these days. And of course, Hammer gains. Neo Peasants, always value. Can never really say no to Neo Peasants. There are talents that you can sometimes pick on this level, but it's just so good. Level 4, a little bit around the corner for Lucky Play, and as such, pepeMLADY take the control and are already able to pull back to safety. Mercenaries being picked up by Phoenix. So far, soloing it. 3 members of pepeMLADY burning through this. They will be able to pick this up, and it looks like they're going to time this very well with the objective. Finally, reinforcements have come in for Lucky Play as well. They will race this down. In the meantime, XP is being soaked a little bit more efficiently here by pepeMLADY, as they were able to send 2 people down to that bottom lane to soak. So the camp's picked up tiny bit earlier for pepeMLADY here. And Cesabos begins continuing to farm minions again. He will not be really going to the objective until his team actually needs him. And with Gore Rider on the board, they're just going to siege this down. That's the plan, at least. While Ritsu tries to delay, he's actually going to take a little bit of damage from Phoenix here, as Phoenix begins the race. Here comes the charge from the Wilq, looking for Lucky. No kill. Sleep has to be used by Lucky in order to get out, though. Takes a lot of damage here. And another Celestial Charge. Wilq, no chill here. Really grabbing value, as level 4 is now available for Lucky Play. You can see Might of Sargeras. That extra armor. Entry comes out. Phoenix. Slowed. Percentage damage. Dodges the Slumber Shell, which means more percentage damage not going to land. He's got his full armor on, but anti-heal grenade. Rhaegar times his heal. Waits out the anti-heal grenade. Very nicely done here. Lucky trying to delay this push. Looks at him. Might try to send it to the team fight, but the health bars are way too low. Celestial Charge shuts it down, and down goes Mal'Ganis. Phoenix chasing Raidzu down, but this would be way too risky. Fastad's going to fly very short distances. That was weird, but he did it. Blaze cleaning up, trying to get some extra minion value. You can see most of that front wall was taken out here. Bot lane is still fine, which means the objective will be going there. Defensive start coming in here while Fastad and Chromie race down the Immortal, which they will win the race. And Cassia somehow dies to Raidzu, who will perish in exchange, but that's only Yorick. For a Cassia. That is excellent value there. They hold the center point. 1 globe for Gore Rider, but he's going to be zoned away from the second because Raidzu is dead. A little bit of damage traded out there, especially with those Slumber Shells. Nicely done. And now with Night Terrors, that 10% value is going to be so big. Wilq not stunned by Blaze there. Is pulled in by the tether. They're really trying to get to him, but Lucky is a little low here. 3-man Celestial Charge, though. Chromie with the Dragon Breath, and they're going to pick up Unforgiven. They'll lose Raidzu again, but that's a 3-for-1. They're looking for Vicarious here, but Cesabos isn't going to find him. He sneaks away. But that was the 3-man into 3-kill Celestial Charge coming in from the Wilq. Nicely done there as they push forward. Black Claws coming in here. Extra auto attack damage from the Mal'Ganis. Temporal Loop. See ya, Cassia. Yep, see ya, Cassia. She just walks away. She leaves. See ya, because she's gone. Cleanse coming in as well as the Ruthless Spirit here. Extra damage for Maiev. There's that Surge of Light. Inner Light coming in here for the Cassia as well. A little bit of extra 5%, 25% maximum health. And the cooldown reduction when you hit with Q. Interesting talent. We don't really see this one at all, so it's a little bit off of the usual meta. Sillage. Unforgiven takes a lot of damage. Raidzu gonna Wraith Walk. Cesabos in trouble. Will barrel roll away and will stay safe here. But we will see Raidzu fall. It is the Yorick, so that is still reasonable value. He's gone for Drain Momentum. And he's going to be back a little bit sooner, but XP is XP. And as such, level 10 is a little bit closer for Lucky Play, but pepeMLADY, it's right around the corner. They're going to get that. Sensible, as long as he doesn't die here. Tether. Pulled in. Stun. Oh, they don't get it. He actually gets out. They're in fact going to drop a huge amount of damage. Level 10 is right around the corner. Temporal Loop comes in. Raidzu escapes. He's able to live. They all are able to get out alive. No one in either team dies. There's Nano Boost as they chase down. Finally, they kill off Mal'Ganis. And Nano Boost on the Chromie. They do huge damage. Here comes Cesabos with a big gust. Cleanse onto Cassia to get her out of there, but that's at the cost of Rhaegar. And Phoenix, he bit off way more than he could do. He thought he could take the fight. He goes down. Unforgiven thought he could help. He gets hit by the Wrath of Adjiris here and pulled right into the stun. And that is a 5-man team wipe. Nicely done. pepeMLADY with a dominant performance in game number 2 as well. 13 kills to 3. You can see that Wrath of Adjiris coming in right at the end for the kill. They have Entomb as well, so they're going to be able to get big isolation plays. Nicely done. Raidzu just being annoying right now. He could be another big boosted XP, which could be level 10 is around the corner for Lucky Play. But the objective-wise, it's coming up, and it's looking good. pepeMLADY. They have everyone here except Chromie and Ana. macro. Anna's now going to rotate in, though. There's finally level 10 available. Charge does not land from Unforgiven, but he is able to tank through there. Bunker, Bloodlust. Warden's Cage, Tether on Cesspos. No Warden's Cage being used. Valkyrie, and the Bats. The Bats might have to be used right here, and they do, which means they're also going to be able to avoid that, but the sleep shuts down Bloodlust. You can see Cassia not in this fight, right, dude? Gonna Wraithwalk away. Lucky is so deep here as Gore Rider kites him out and finishes him off with the Dragon's Breath, but we do see Falstad. Cesspos going down to the exchange. Valkyrie does not land as Dyler is in full retreat, gets stunned out by Unforgiven. They're looking for the kill here as we do see a big charge from the Wookiee, but it's shut down by the stun of the Immortal. He has to ref Vangelis to keep himself alive and buy himself some time for his cooldown to come back, but he's going to be chased down by Immortals and Phoenix. He's taken out. Gore Rider killed a 5 Vicarious with the stun. Unforgiven, no stun coming out here as Dyna chases him down. He goes too deep, baited by Unforgiven. The towers get the counter kill though, and that's going to be a 4-for-1. Massive win for Lucky Play, putting themselves in a position where they could try and turn around. That is huge. That bracket link is not up to date. Sorry, Brooklyn Bum. But what a play. Coming in from Lucky Play, putting themselves back in this game. They have to win this Immortal, though. They really have to start putting the pressure on. Right now, they're spending most of their time clearing out the lanes, and as such, pepeMLADY have respawned. And more importantly, they hit level 13 first. We have Divine Rage. We have the Giant Killer. We have Time Out. That one's been here for a while. Ominous Wraith and Smelling Salts. This is rough for Lucky Play. They had an advantage, and it's just seeped away. Raizu finds Vicariousness. Ominous Wraith lowers that damage output for a little bit. Skirtle Swing does not land, though. Time Trap. They want Cassia. Here comes the Valkyrie, but it's blocked by the timeout. There is Chromie. Gets nano boosted and just deletes Maiev. This time they have a value here. Wrath Vangelis onto Phoenix. Focus down. She goes in with the Fed. Trying to tank it, but gets eaten alive here. And now a percentage damage. Lucky is absolutely melted by Cesspos. They're looking for a Balls here. And a Balls is the last remaining person here. No Entomb available. They're really trying to chase him down, but he will just escape under towers. Raizu, that is greedy. Can he get out? Yes, he just walks. Okay. He is fine. The Balls is actually going to try and kill him. Bad idea, mate. But the objective is going to be absolutely eaten by pepeMLADY. They're even going to delay it just a little bit to make sure everyone is topped up. Sleep comes out, says the boss is out. And here it comes. 50% shield Immortal into the bottom lane. pepeMLADY going to bring everyone down here. Falstad, of course, will have Fly. He'll be able to head up down there himself as level 16 is approaching. Level 13 is about to hit, though, for Lucky Play. This is where they have their chance to bring themselves back into this game. Time Trap. Bit early. Cleanse comes out. Vicariousness still alive this time. Level 13. No chance to picture as the Entomb comes down. And Ball's getting body blocked in as the Warden's Cage comes out and trying to take out Gore Rider on the backline, who once again has that nano boost on him. Gust splits the team, and that gives them the opportunity to retreat. And as such, Raizu, Gore Rider, and Dyla are still alive. Wrath Vangelis hits the Mal'Ganis. This is the target they wanted here as Dyla is actually in a lot of trouble. Phoenix going very deep. Good sleep dart, though, shuts it down. As we see continuous siege coming in from Gore Rider. Really trying to turn this as the Will Keep is dropped very, very low. Cesspos is not looking great either. Here it comes, and finally a kill coming in from Maiev. Sleep Dart comes out to prevent any more. And now the question is, can Cesspos live? He barrel rolls to completely the other side. He is being chased down. He's looking very, very low. As Lucky, waiting to see where he is, finds him. He's going to try and cut off that escape route. But the fact is, Cesspos is baiting him. Here comes Unforgiven. Will he see it? Will he know? He does. There's the stun, and they'll get the kill with the crossfire. In the meantime, the Immortal's on the core and will actually take off the shield and some health here. Down it goes. There were meant to be 2 matches today, but the second team I messaged, I asked them if they wouldn't mind if they delayed their map number 2 so I could join them, and only one of the teams replied. So I'm not doing that series because I refused to sign up for a game and force them to be late just because of me. We're seeing War Matron, the Protected for Cassia. Interesting level 13 here. That might allow her to get some really good harder engages here. Sleep Dart. Immediately woken up by the Khazra. In the meantime, Raizu's being annoying, but he will just walk away. Gonna take a little bit of damage here. Tether. Tether shut down by the Wraithwalk. Nicely done. And Raizu, he Wraithwalks all the way back to his home base. He has that raw focus now. There's the Entomb, and Unforgiven He's bitten off more than he can chew here. He's gone too greedy. Here comes the Valkyrie. There's the bunker. And they're going to try and hold this. Bloodlust was dropped. Does not hit Blaze. He was in the base temporal loop. Time trap. Shuts that down, actually. And I think Chromie just let Lucky live. Gore Rider, he will find it, though. Threads the needle and picks off Unforgiven instead. Lucky still alive. You can see that protected value coming in for Phoenix. That's a long protected. Abor's body blocked out, and he's going to be taken down. And with Phoenix, the last one surviving, this is going to be a 5-man team wipe. Dyla able to sidestep easily enough, and Phoenix goes down. And with the core open, that is going to be game. Ladies and gentlemen, pepeMLADY. They're going to push in 15 seconds until Blaze is back, so there is hope. But that ain't looking good. It looks like we're going to be seeing pepeMLADY taking a convincing 2-0 in this best-of-3 series. And they're going to be able to win out the day. Entomb's even going to slow Blaze from interrupting this core race. And that's just going to be it. Sensible to a beautiful barrel roll. Core's being focused. No chance of holding that. That is game. And pepeMLADY, a convincing 2-0 in this series. Very nicely done. You can really start to see the difference between the positions of these two teams. We can talk about that a little bit right now. In Division 1, pepeMLADY before this match was sitting at a pretty solid... Where are they? EU Season 12, spoilers on. Where are they, actually? Huh. Okay, so apparently... Oh, there we go, yeah. pepeMLADY are in position number 2. I'm just blind. Sitting at 8 matches, 6 wins. Only ahead of them are Disgusting, with 7 wins. Whereas on the other side, Lucky Play were on 7 matches and 5 wins. So they were 1 behind on matches and play, but now they are going to be 2... They're going to be 2 maps behind. Very nicely done. pepeMLADY, a solid victory there. Taking that 2-0 in their favor. Here are the talents for those who want them and need them. Able to take a very convincing win. You can see here the attempted Lightning Shield build coming in from Rhaegar. I think the idea is to combine that with the War Matron of Cassia and basically have the huge dive. And no, Wuminati. Wow, I struggled a lot with that one. Nova was never legit, and still isn't. We're seeing Cassia War Matron plus Lightning Shield might have been really good value. Same with Mal'Ganis, who went with the Plague Bats later on. A little bit of extra damage on that Blood Rush there. The Bloodlust composition, it was there, but they never really were able to turn that because the Gusts were really good from Falstad. And, well, Imperius, combining, of course, that Sovereign Arm we talked about with the Divine Rage of Melting Touch, meant huge value from Imperius in the fights, fighting those multiple front lines in the Yorick. We already talked about it. That Consume Vitality at level 1 gave him massive tankiness in those fights, and when he did die, it didn't matter so much, because he was able to hold the line and tank through it. Feels decent. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that was a really convincing win. A little faster than I expected, but I remember you carrying... Liza, I remember you carrying... I remember carrying you and Queenie. Yep, nope, that's fair, but it's still not a good hero. At least in pro play, Nova is still not good. Are there any more games now? I was thinking about it, but honestly, I am absolutely starving. So I'm afraid I'm going to end it here to make sure I'm well rested for tomorrow. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for watching. I hope you've all enjoyed. The next stream on this channel will be on Wednesday, where I'll be streaming some games. And you can find me tomorrow and Tuesday, though, streaming on Method's channel. That is METHOD, where we'll be doing the monthly final of Method Mayhem. Feels good. It's been an absolute blast doing that. I'll be casting that with Caldor, and I'll be casting and hosting over there on the Method channel. You can join me there. Feels good. I hope you will join me. But once again, before we end the stream, I just want to say thank you, everyone who has come here and watched. Thank you, everyone who has subscribed and donated. It's been a really big deal. Thank you for all the new followers. But, once again, a big thank you to this stream's sponsor, SNUC. Now, they have been in the PC game for a very long time, and they have made their first gaming laptop. It is the Nemesis, and it is an absolute beast. It has a 6-core i7, which is absolutely monstrous. I think that might be better than what's in my current PC. Wouldn't surprise me. It's a very old PC at this point. And they also have a good old graphics card in there, with a GTX 1660 Ti. So this thing can basically run anything you throw at it. It's a £2,700 pound laptop that they are giving away. exclamation mark giveaway in the chat, and you can enter into that giveaway if you're from the EU or UK. And they will ship that to you. It feels amazing, right? And that is, once again, a big thank you to them for supporting this stream, supporting this channel, supporting Heroes of the Storm. It's very generous of them. And I hope you have all enjoyed the stream. If you also want to show the support to them and show them that you like how they are like that they are supporting HOTS, you can head to Twitter, SNUC Gaming, and reply to their giveaway tweet with hashtag #WhyINeedNemesis. Maybe tell them that I sent you. Show them that you appreciate their support of the Heroes of the Storm scene. But for now, they are giving away that laptop. I hope someone who watches me wins it, because that would be amazing. For now, everybody, thank you very much for watching. I hope you've all enjoyed. Once again, tune in tomorrow for Method Mayhem on the Method channel, and tune in on Wednesday for when I will be streaming my next games. I have something special planned out for that. I hope you will all enjoy it. For now, though, everybody, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you all next time. Have a lovely night. I'll raid you over to someone to have fun with. See you all next time. Bye!